G'day guys, Mackie with the Outer Circle. Today we're going to do a little bit of an unboxing, and this is actually a prototype item, or an early release if you will, from Just Lasered. Now the other week when I bought the Shadespire and I did the Shadespire unboxing, which was these here, I mentioned how I'd used foam from a company called Just Lasered in my Blood Bowl box. Now they were kind enough to actually send us a trial set of the foam for Shadespire. Now this foam, as far as I know, is not on sale yet. It's only just come out. So what we're going to do is have a bit of a play, see what it's like coming out of the packet, talk about it a bit, and test it out and see how it goes. So I've already sliced open the box itself, apart from that last little bit. Now, as you can see, you get foam scraps. So, all these offcuts, and they stink of laser. Believe me, it's a smell you don't forget if you've ever worked on a laser cutting machine in your life. When I was 16, 17 years old, I ran a couple of 5 kilowatt lasers in a factory. Oh boy, definitely don't forget that. It stinks. Lots and lots of spare foam. It's quite a dense acoustic foam as well. So, here we have it. Shadespire in a nice Ziploc bag. That is quite nice. Just the name of the game. And each of the units actually has their name etched into the foam. That's really neat, actually. So let's go ahead and put this all together. Do forgive me if my voice gets a little far away sounding in the video, because hey, I'm here and the camera's over there. So I'll get all the cards out, dice out. Alright, the last thing I've got to pull out is the old Games Workshop cardboard separator. See if I can line this up for easy viewing. So in goes the base foam. That is a beautiful tight fit, I'll give them that. Now let's figure out the rest. So dice. I'll tear open a dice bag, so here comes old Mr. Knife. That's not a knife, this is a knife. That's a spoon. I see you played knifey spoony before, have ya? Australians don't actually talk like that. That's a load of jibber jabber, mate. Yep, works perfectly fine. I highly doubt this kit is going to be sent out to us with parts not fitting. But you never know. So that's why I'm doing it all live right now for you to see. So we've got a bunch of counters and objectives. I'm going to put the mats aside because I've got an idea where I want to put them. I want to put them in at the very end. So I'm going to assume all the objectives go in here. These look like they're going to be quite a tight fit. Sorry, I'm just plucking all these parts out. Yeah, I can get my finger in there pretty easily to pull them out. We'll see what it's like once I've filled up the box a bit. There's no instructions on where things go in this, I feel I should point out. I'm just sort of taking a stab based on what I think looks right. So I'm trying to put all the counters into place. No. There, looks right. You know what? I got the feeling they actually go here and here. The two different types. I'm going to have a stab putting it in that way. This is exciting. I believe they make foam for a whole range of other games that Games Workshop makes. It's lovely because it uses the existing Games Workshop product without having to go out and buy some other case. And it'd be lovely if Games Workshop put that kind of effort in. So far, so good. Because yeah, if I'm honest, Games Workshop often is a bit lazy. They just give you their existing foam case without like different foams put in it or anything. That's fine. It's perfectly acceptable. It's their company. They can do these products however they like. But as a consumer, you know, we purchase what we think is the best use of our money. So if someone's making good high quality foam that suits the cardboard box that the game comes in, why would I go to Games Workshop? It'd be a bit silly, wouldn't it? Man, there's a lot of things to unclip. Well, I'm doing it all live so you can just hear me waffle shit. Is that uniquely Australian slang, waffling shit? Probably is. So all those tokens go in there. Again, I'm just taking a stab as I go with how all this goes together. I could be completely and utterly wrong. Don't think I am, but I could be. So far though, it's all making sense, I think. It's pretty intuitive, and I like that. Alright, that's the last of it. Shall I go there? I'll go up there, because that slot isn't being used yet. And one I dropped on the floor. Alright, so now the different people. So this foam is cut out for the Chaos characters. I haven't got any yet, so I'm not going to put them in there right now. What I do have though, well, I've got the characters, I just haven't built them, I should say. I was really hoping to have them done in time for this, but this arrived a lot sooner than I thought. They sent this out real quick, which was lovely of the people at Just Lasered. So the different characters designed to fit different foams, and their names are actually on it over in the bold. I've been trying this non-metallic scheme out, just a cartoonish non-metallic for something different. Yeah, that fits lovely. Alright, what about the cards? Let's see what cards have I got here. Liberators, Blood Reavers, Potions, extra cards. Don't mind me, people. Just opening up cards off screen. Do you want me to do it on screen? Will that be more impressive? Probably not. Here you go. Opening up cards now. Was it exciting? Some people can turn unboxing to something really fascinating and interesting. I don't think I'm one of those people. I think I'm too bland. Too bland and uninspiring for that. I was turning up the cards upside down and then putting the descriptor card that says what's in that particular pack on top of it. So that way I can easily split and tell which deck I'm grabbing. I'd love for another set of foam to come out that does the sepulchral guard, that does this little box. That'd be pretty neat. Alright. This does not fit. I can't put the two decks on top of one another. So what I'll try is I'll take the extra cards and split them in half. There we go. So I'll put the first set of extra cards under the Liberators, and I'll put the other set of extra cards under the Blood Reavers. And voila, everything fits. Doesn't slide out of the foam. How easy can I get things out? Here's the next question. Yep. I can get into that, no problem. It's actually not as tight as I first thought. It's probably a millimetre of clearance all the way around. Well, obviously I can get to these tokens pretty easily. Alright, that's cool. So next up, we're going to pretend that I've put these 5 characters in here that are sitting on my painting bench, half assembled. I don't always assemble things, sorry, all at once. I often paint them in bits, because it's easier. These models here, I think are still unattached from their bases. I haven't put them in yet, because I can access a lot of other areas. Like, how would you get under the cloak if you didn't have him removable as yet? So I'll glue them in once I'm ready to. So that's the Shadespire. Alright. Let's take the... Oh, I missed out on a bunch of tokens. Don't I look silly? But that's fine. I will add them to what I've got. I was wondering why they looked so loose in the little slots that I assigned them. That's probably why. That's probably why. Macca, you flaming galah. Don't you love working with these things? Getting emails and text messages and customers calling me on my phone. So I finished work for the day. I started like 9-10 hours ago. I'm in no mood to continue working tonight. It's Christmas. You just get over it by the end of the year. I'm trying to just relax and do hobby stuff. The artwork in here is actually really nice. So, for those who may not have seen it, there's some pretty fancy artwork. I mean, stones isn't fancy, but pile of treasure and different objectives. Oh, that's filling up so much better. I was really worried that there was these big loose slots in these trays and it just would have looked horrible. But thankfully that has not come to pass. Everything is working as intended. the foam is actually pretty well laid out. The only downside is that, again, it's designed for one gang or another, or one of the warbands. So my undead one, for example, won't fit in this box, which is a real shame. So perhaps they could do something where maybe these sections here pull out and you can replace them with foam that maybe suits a different warband. That would be something I would suggest going forward, is to maybe have this divided more in half with cards up in this area and tokens, and then having the two warbands as removable individual foam down here. But it's a minor qualm with something that's otherwise pretty damn good. So let's put that on. Now I'm hoping I can put the two game boards. These are fold out game boards like the Battle of Prospero or the Mark of Celt box sets. Or Betrayal of Celt, sorry. So that goes like so. Now in theory, the building instructions for the models, which I don't need, the quick start sheet and the rules will all fit in on top of the foam. And the little, this was just the beginning pamphlet, which is trying to sell me Age of Sigmar, which I'm not going to buy. Let's put it all together. Put my knife away. Shake it up good and proper. Oh, it didn't box fart. The quality is gone, people. The box did not fart when I pulled it apart. Well, obviously the rulebooks and the boards have been damaged. You know what? Nothing has moved. So even though we got given this foam set, I think we've proved it's doing a pretty good job. I don't imagine that the foam is going to greatly wear away at the paint on the miniatures either. So there is definitely that in your favour. Yeah, dice. There's going to be no way to store the different faction dice in here. That's another little thing. They've made it super neat. They haven't added extra slots for no reason. But as it stands, I probably have put 4 squares maybe around here that I could have put other dice into. Maybe another one here, and you could have had dice just ringing around the whole thing. Again, if down the line they maybe decide to put in a 50-50 faction split of foam, they could put the faction dice slots into that. This foam set specifically caters to this starter set, and I've got no complaints. This, I think, is spectacular personally, so big thumbs up to them. What I'll do now is I'll chuck up at the end of this video just a little bit of a look at their website and the website address for people who are interested in their products. The prices are also fantastic. They are so cheap compared to a lot of other people I've seen. So definitely give it a look in if you're interested in this type of foam. And remember, they're not just doing Shadespire, they're going to do all these other products, which I'll show you shortly. So here is the Just Lasered website and the address to their webpage. What we're going to do now is just have a quick look. We're not going to go through all their products, just to the foam trays and that kind of thing, because their products I've tried, so they're ones I can talk about with confidence. So the trays themselves they're currently stocking are here. So I have one of the Blood Bowl trays. I have this one here. So I'll open that in another window. There's also X-Wing down here. Ones for different types of ships. Lost Patrol. So the Shadespire is up for sale. There you go. And it looks like I got it right where each of the things goes, so thank Christ. Although my dice are in opposite way. Ah, damn it, better remake the video. So what they've done for X-Wing is what I suggested here, which was putting in optional slots for in the foam. So here you can choose the X-Wing foam that best suits you and just plug that piece of foam in on the day you want to use it, which would actually be pretty handy because it means that when you take the miniatures out of the foam or take them out of the case, they're actually still enclosed in something to protect them, rather than just taking them out and leaving them on a shelf, which is probably good if you've got kids or animals around. There's a Walking Dead one, just a flat model tray. Deathwatch Overkill, maybe we'll have a look at that one. Pick and Pluck foam, always good. And there's the Blood Bowl 2016 starter tray 32 player. Alright, let's have a look at these different trays. So this is the one I have, obviously. Can say with confidence, bloody amazing, this tray. Everything fits perfectly and nothing has gotten broken yet. Good thing about it is you can swap them out with the Forge World upgrade teams and they do still fit the tray, but some of the Forge World upgraded icons for the teams don't fit as well because it's not cut out to their sizes. So just a quick heads up on that one for people who are curious. Good tray though. Alright, the Deathwatch Overkill foam. Let's have a look at this. I've never looked at the Deathwatch Overkill foam because Deathwatch Overkill is not a game that interests me. That's strange. So that's got some foam cutouts in the actual tray topper. So obviously something must stick out through these in order for there to be there. As every Marine and every Eldar miniature has their own little slot, which is nice. Good to see. Yeah, that's pretty neat actually. And the characters have their own little... And why did I say Eldar? This is bloody Genestealer cults. Again, Mackie, you look like an idiot. Remake the video. I won't. I like to leave my flaws in sometimes. And the 32 player Blood Bowl tray. This one interests me. I'd actually kind of tempted to go out and buy this one to replace my current one, only for the fact that it holds the large players slash monsters better. I do have a troll and I have an ogre, therefore they don't fit so well into the current foam, but downsides is this one doesn't have a space for the ruler. If I put the ruler in, I'd probably just, in fact you can see in the pictures, you just have to sit it on top or something, and that's not ideal. So there's a compromise here. Yes, you've gained space to put in these bigger players, but you've also lost a fair bit of space that you now have to use, you know, things like this would have gone into. So a bit of a shame. I guess there is no perfect fix because these boxes are a set size. So you're limited with the foam by the size of the packaging that Games Workshop ships the game in. If the packaging was just 3 inches wider sideways, you could fit everything in plus some, but unfortunately it's not. So that's not a reflection on the company. The company has done an amazing job, I think. As you saw in the video that I recorded prior to this, I just shook the fuck out of the box. Once I put everything inside it, cards and all, miniatures, I shook the crap out of it. Everything came out exactly the same way it went in. It wasn't broken, cards didn't go flying around and sliding around in there. It's all tightly packaged in. No paint was getting rubbed off on the miniatures either. It was fantastic. So that's why I'm giving these guys a thumbs up. Anyway, I'm back at the outer circle. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all next time.